144 for 6 by Chennai Super Kings.
So there was to be no Dhoni special today.
Every day can't be a Dhoni
No
special.
two sixes.
Every time can't be a Dhoni special. I mean, it's naive for all of us to accept that, but yeah, I mean, the Indian cricket fan.
Let's give a little credit to Vaibhav also, despite overstepping.
And a wide.
I think he had the right idea. I'll not give Dhoni space. Nothing in the arc.
Yeah.
Nothing in the arc. Yeah, I mean, see, this is the template. I mean, we all got totally swayed away by those 2 sixes. He's hitting sixes, but the template to Dhoni is bowl straight. Just bowl straight. Not give him room, not give him
easier
anything.
said than done.
Correct.
Ask the bowlers.
Ask Anrik Noche. Ask Kagiso Rabada. Sandeep Sharma.
Heinrich Noke and Kagisa, in all fairness, are world-class bowlers.
Yes.
Easier said than
Sandeep
done.
Sharma. Ask him.
In fact, I was very sure that they would give the last over to Suyash. They chose not to. Weber, in all fairness, even with that wide and everything, didn't do a bad job.
Yeah.
I don't think he went for a boundary.
Yeah, he didn't go for
Exactly.
First 3 was singles.
Then it was, I think.
Can we check that last this thing?
2 singles, then a double, I think.
Commentary.
I think he hit a double.
Yeah, there were no
There was a
boundaries.
double, a single, then again a double, and then subsequent ball Jadeja got out, and then you had Dhoni face the last 2.
Yeah.
See, there was no boundaries.
19,
That's the thing.
the last over.
The last boundary came in the 18th over. That means the 19th and 20th had no boundaries.
No boundaries, yes.
And by the way, the 19th over was bowled by Shardul Thakur.
Yeah,
Who, by the way, also another player who deserves a lot of praise for the shift he's put in today.
Yes.
3 overs, I think he gave away 15 runs
15,
and 1 wicket.
And 1 wicket. Beautiful.
Yeah.
When is the last time I remember Shardul being economical? I'm not even talking about good economical, like just economical. 7-8 runs an over. 7-8 runs an over in itself is a pretty excusable thing for him, considering he guarantees you wickets. But today, 1 wicket, 5 is very good. Used his variations very well. The CSK though, I think part of the problem came in the middle overs.
Yeah.
They were trying to accelerate, but lost too many wickets.
The pitch didn't allow them to.
And also, I think when Suyash came into the attack, I think he had bowled 2-3 overs. It had been 40 balls since a boundary had been hit.
Absolutely. I think they just got a boundary in the 7th over, that to the first 4 deliveries, because till then for the next 40 deliveries you didn't have a boundary. It was the pressure was released, I think, with that 1-6 that Shivam Dube hit, which was also much later in the 13th or the 14th over. But brilliant bowling by KKR and the spinners, the way they rose to the occasion. They would have been let down by themselves if they hadn't made hay and sunshine, let's say, on a track like this.
Yeah.
They loved bowling, and then I'm sure the CSK bowlers would also be licking their lips to, bowl on this surface. But having said that, I think CSK are good 15 runs short over here.
But still, I think with the way the pitch is going, this is not going to be an easy chase. I do not anticipate it being an easy chase.
It isn't an easy chase.
Yes. Actually.
Defendable? Shade?
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
Because see, look at this Chepauk wicket, what happened today. The ball was spinning square. It's sluggish. You aren't playing at Chepauk. You're playing on a Marina sandpit. Hardly there was chase. Hardly there was any pace to work with. And when you are struggling, because what happens is on this particular kind of a Chepauk wicket, other teams in the past have found out, you have to generate power for those strokes. Shivam Dube, how did he get those sixes?
Yeah, it was all power. All power.
No timing.
Jadeja really, I think the 6 that he hit, I think in the 70th, really had to put his entire muscle strength into that shot.
And after that, he was catching
on
his breath.
watches after
Jadeja
that.
also.
There was
Yeah.
Jadeja after a double, though, which also, by the way, tells you if Jadeja is down on his haunches after taking a quick double, that tells you about the conditions over there. And we know Chennai at this point of the year gets extremely humid.
I'm telling you, 90% humidity and close to 37 degrees.
It's not easy batting out there. Not easy batting out there.
And there is a
Not
period
at all.
now, I think in the next 3 to 4 days, I think you're going to have a Agni Nakshatram period also. Which is Navtapa.
Hottest.
Which is Navtapa here in the north. 9 days of extreme heat
The
and
hottest
humidity.
days of the summer.
Yeah.
Yes. And Agni Nakshatram will very well come in Chennai, and that time it's 42 and 95% humidity. Ah boy, it's hell on earth if you want to know it. So yeah, what went wrong with Chennai? Basically, over reliance on Shivam Dube and Ajinkya Rahane. Spin, It's a well-known fact. Can't play spin. He just had 1-2 major knocks that he had on a slow deck, mind you. In Mumbai, he played on a slow deck. He battled and
71.
no, that was
Kolkata, which was a batting paradise.
Batting paradise. So, if KKR had a chance to beat CSK, it's on this kind of a wicket.
In fact, you see, look at the number of boundaries. That's 2 plus 3, 5, 6, 7 fours and 3, 4, 5, 5 sixes. That is the most uncharacteristically T20 innings ever.
Yeah, so 5, 6, 7 and then 10, 11, 12.
12 boundaries.
Just 12 boundaries.
That is basically, that means you're averaging less than a boundary per over.
Yeah.
Yep.
In a T20 match, that tells you how sluggish. In fact, if you want another indication of how sluggish the pitch was, that ball which Sunil Narine bowled to Moeen Ali, it was a box standard carom ball. It was expected to come in this much, but it came. It turned a lot.
Yeah.
So that in itself was an indication that this is not going to be that sort of a track. Sunil Narine, by the way, just a quick word. Can we scroll down? I wanted to focus
15.
on his figures. 2 for 15 in 4. Look at those figures. That's an economy of 3.8. I think if I'm, and I hope the Kolkata management is hearing me, for the love of God, revert back to slower pitches in Eden Gardens. You have 3 spinners, 3 good spinners, 3 different spinners. It makes no sense having batting paradises where they're all going to get tonked.
Yep. So if you look at the combined tally of the spinners, Chakravarti, Narayan and Suyash Sharma included, it comes to 11 overs.
Yeah.
You have 80. 11 overs, 80 for the loss of 5 wickets.
That's an economy of just over 7, by the way.
Yeah.
And Moeen, Jadeja and Thikshana will have to replicate that same thing, because if they have to contain this KKR batting lineup, especially the likes of Gurbaz, especially Jason Roy, who are known to be fast starters.
You know, I do expect a spinner to be deployed from the very second over.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thikshana. It will be
Either him or
Thikshana.
Moeen.
Moeen and Jadeja in the middle of the overs, Thikshana in the power play and in the deaths in somewhat.
Yeah.
And then you're going to deploy Pathirana.
Yeah, of course. Pathiran is going to be really effective today if he, you know, is bowling with the same consistency that he's been bowling with. His line is so tight, and I mean the cutters that he bowls, and those are going to be really effective today.
Yep.
For Moeen, I think why they'll not use him in the power play, because KKR start with 2 right-handers. You're not starting an off spinner. Yes, Thikshana you can, because he's mystery. You know he'll get one to move away also.
Venkatesh, no?
Venkatesh will come in at 3.
3.
Your openers will be Gurbaz and Roy.
Roy,
So 2 right-handers.
Yeah. Suyash will go out and Venkatesh Iyer will come
In
in.
fact, they'll save Moeen for the middle overs once, if they can get through the openers, because then you have Rana and Venkatesh. 2
So Moeen,
left-handers.
Moeen definitely in the middle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then you'll have to deploy Jadeja, and
You could actually see Jadeja in the power play if it really comes down to it.
Yes.
A left
Could
armer
make sense.
could.
But because he doesn't have that much of variation, he just has accuracy. Maybe the skiddy new ball, it will be easier to come onto the bat.
True, that's also possible.
That's a big concern. So maybe they are not 15 runs short. I think it's
a par total.
Yeah, kind of. It's the vintage Chepok of 2017, or you may say 15.
Yeah, I remember back then sometimes you'd see 130 odd, defended sometimes. So
Yeah.
I just don't think this is. I know people say 140 odd, and you're like, oh, you're in a season where you're seeing 200 chased down on a fairly regular basis, but the track is a big difference. This is your standard Chepok track, which is going to make it hard on the batsman. Kolkata, the only advantage they have over Chennai is that they know the amount of runs they have.
Yeah.
So they can pace their innings. And God forbid, if KKR get off to a flyer of a start from the openers, if they can get even 50-60 runs in the power play, then they know they just have to bat through.
Yeah.
That will happen. See, they bat very deep until number 9 they bat. So that is the reason.
By the way, is this a sign of things?
Venkatesh opening in place of, and maybe either of
Gurbaz or-
Very could be.
I mean, which was the one time he had his best run with KKR, which was playing in UAE 2021.
at number 3.
Yeah. Not number 3,
No,
then
he
he
was
used to
opening.
open.
He was
used to
opening.
open alongside Gill.
He was
And
opening
there
then.
on the sluggish tracks, he would more often than not take on the spinners. I don't know. It's possible.
So Roy and Venkatesh Iyer.
He's definitely limbering up and warming up as if, he's
going to
definitely
step out.
going
Yes, it
out to
seems
bat,
likely.
because you don't see that kind of a warm up if you were batting at number 3.
Unless he's
But
confident
remember-
that Roy or Gurbaz can get out first ball.
You think that's the mood in the dressing room?
the way the intensity that you're building up to, it feels as if, oh, I want to go in there because I know Roy is going to be out first ball. That's the way it is.
No, but mind you, Roy is one of those English openers who doesn't really struggle against playing spin early. Huh?
Yes.
I mean, we've seen him say, I think even in that match against RCB, they brought on one Hindu and he was reverse sweeping like it was no one's business. So he doesn't struggle against spin. Yes, obviously if it's going to turn a lot, the best of batsmen will struggle.
Yep.
But he's not one of those who you can say, acha, foreign player, so doesn't know how to play spin. He's okay playing spin.
Yep. So
Let's take a couple of supers. SP Roy, our fellow KKR fan aside from me, says, never run off the champion from Trinidad. What a performance. KKR do need to ask the CAB for tracks which are similar to that 2011 to 2017 period. CAB can give at least one track. I agree. If the strength of your franchise, there were two franchises really who built their reputation of having spinners. CSK was one and KKR were the other, always. So I think it makes no sense. Okay, I understand you want to have sporting pitches for international. For IPL, you have 5, 6
you have 6, 7 strips these days.
Exactly, you can just make
10 also some grounds have, but
just make one which is a nice spin-friendly track when you have these many spinners. And mind you, right now, you don't actually have someone like a backup. Like again, imagine if you had someone like a Shakib, who you previously was part of this thing. You could have actually accommodated him. He's someone who gives you 4 overs.
Yep.
You could have actually done that too because he's a batting option as well. And Miraj Rules, by the way, big shout out. He got it spot on. He did say that they will get under 150 CSK and that Sunil Narine would come good. I said he has this weird thing, this Nostradamus-esque streak of getting these predictions sometimes.
Yeah.
Well done, Miraj.
Yep, and I think
he predicted a KKR win, no?
He did.
He did. And I mean, we were all split. I mean, I was very 50-50.
No, I think both of us were because this is one of those matches you know where it is that this team's strengths lie. Both CSK and KKR, their strength lies in their spinners.
Yeah.
Only why I gave a slight advantage to CSK was because their batting lineup is more settled. Yeah. But again, 140, if you just need one batsman to fire, and it's pretty much a done game. So right now also, but again, I'm still saying it's 50-50. I am not.
Same here. I'm also saying 50-50.
No, you can't because this is a very slow track.
Because this will be. Wait, this is a track where Dhoni's captaincy will really.
Oh yes. How he uses his resources today.
Absolutely.
That will be interesting.
That's
to
the thing.
See.
And somebody was asking me about talk about Jadeja 20 or 24. Struggling.
He really struggled with the bat today.
Yeah.
And I've always been telling that even if you pick him in the Indian cricket team, even in the debate that I had, I told him, you can't pick Jadeja just on batting. He's a bowler and a fielder.
That's fine, but on this deck, it's not like the other batsmen excelled a lot.
Yeah, that's
so. I think today you can cut him some slack.
Even traditionally, it's been like this. In this entire IPL, Jadeja has struggled for impact, and 2021 was the last time he had an impact as a batter.
I remember that was when he smacked Harshal, was it?
37 runs in 1 over. That is the thing. So that's why Jadeja 20 of 24. I don't think is going to happen every single time. 37 runs that he hit for 1 over. This 2023 IPL has been an epic struggle for him. And he pointed out in that post-match presentation, he won the man of the match. People want him to get out. Now what do you do then at that point in time?
It's actually, easier this thing. We can laugh it off and all. But imagine being a batter.
Yeah.
You don't want to throw away your wicket and wherever you're playing, it's not just playing at the Chepauk, wherever you're playing,
everyone wants to see Dhoni back.
Everyone wants you to get out.
Jadeja, I mean, he's had the wrong end of the fans for a very, very long time. And
no, but it's the same fans who do reach the stadiums, they throng the stadiums with Sir Jadeja posters. They love him a lot.
They do, but I think it's unfair.
It took him 4 to 5 years to get acceptance from the Indian cricket fan.
A lot longer, I would say. Longer.
I mean, after 2013, all was forgiven. After 2013.
I dance requests over there. I do remember, Shin, something you said at the start of the match.
No, I think there was a certain prediction. There was a certain prediction which was very outrageous. Who had said?
I think Sidvi had said something to which you said if that happens, I'm definitely.
She said that CSK will score 180. And KKR will win. So they will score 180, which means eliminated. Just FYI, in case you're asking, the next time I will do a dance is if KKR somehow miraculously make it to the playoffs, then and only then. Otherwise, the dancing factory is done for this year, folks. Sorry.
Yep. So that is the way. I mean, see, beating CSK. Oh, Shivam Dube substituted.
For Patara.
He wasn't going to bowl anyway.
He never bowls anyway, and he batted for a long time in that heat. Yeah.
That heat, that unbearable humidity, and I really pity people in that stadium. That old Chepauk, if you had gone there, it was a nightmare. That old Chepauk.
Because you didn't have much openings even for like the breeze to
It was
come
like
in,
a
no?
cauldron.
Ugh.
It was like a cauldron, enclosed, and in the evening time. Suppose a match was played in the evening time. Oh my God! You would get, because of the wind, you would get a stench from the Kuvam. The Kuvam is like a big lake which has been transformed into a nala. Totally, and that stench would kill you in Chepauk. So that's why, and plus the heat and humidity. I fell ill when I had gone in 1988 to see India versus Australia there. And I have kasam khaya. I will never go there. But that kasam was broken 14 years later.
Yeah.
When I saw KKR, when I saw RCB was a CSK.
Was it any better then?
The Marina breeze.
Because they've now openings between the stands, no? So it allows the breeze to come in. Previously that wasn't there. So imagine how furnace-like it would get inside.
It was bad. It was terrible. And it was made even better. We didn't care about the humidity and anything because Chennai chased down 206 against RCB. So that was an epic game that I saw there. So
Anyway,
We have a couple of.
then?
I am not. I still think. Again, and I still say 50-50 game.
Yep. Okay. But, what is Sharan saying in the Super? But yesterday, while talking to the commentators, Badani, the SRS coach, said the wickets are in the hands of the BCCI, so they can't really interfere. But who's talking about interference?
No interference. And okay, let's be fair, Sharan. Do you really think it's a coincidence that for years certain franchises would get pitches exactly how they preferred it? It's not entirely in the hands of the BCCI.
And even if the BCCI wants the pitch, maybe 2 pitches to stay a certain way, you've got other 6 to sort of, tinker with.
Yep, you do.
I think it's more of a collaboration between the state associations and the franchise, and sometimes those relationships aren't well maintained either.
Yep. So Deepak Chair has kind of gotten off to a loose start. Got a wide and then a single.
Yeah, but
he's swinging the ball.
He's getting the ball to move, and I think that early swing will be key. Mirage Rules predicts that Roy will go in the first over. I hope this is one of those cases you're not right, my dear friend. Really.
Predictions are fickle, my friend. If you get it right, you are a genius. If you get it wrong, well, you're a normal human being.
Exactly.
As simple as that.
So anyone changing predictions? I'm not.
I am not either.
You said KKR anyway, you said it. So
I do still feel this is good 10-run shot that CSK are. But I wouldn't want to change my prediction because my London colleagues over here feel that this is a good enough total.
It is.
And I do want CSK to win. So yeah, let's hope
things
so.
happened to Jaish. Again, he's pulled off a hamstring. Oh, this is Gurbaz.
No, I think he got struck. Let's see.
Oh, that's
The inside of the thigh.
As someone who did in fact get hit there recently,
Yes.
nice little bruise.
No,
I
it's
feel
right
his pain.
above his knee, right
Oh, that's
here.
worse.
Yep. As I said, mind says CSK. Mind says CSK, but heart says KKR. So
we'll join you after the match then. I think this is going to be a close match.
Yeah.
Very
But
tense.
somehow I think CSK is going to say, no, please, let GT take over. Qualify first. We'll follow you suit. Pehle up, they'll do that. Somehow I'm getting that feeling. So, okay, match end.
Yeah.
We'll join
See you.
and I think Shane will be the more happier.
Let's
at the
see.
end of the match.
Let's see. 50-50.
Bye-bye. Yep. From me, Gargi, Shane and Harshit here, it's Nandri. Bye-bye from all of us. See you in the match end.